Hello,
Hello.
everyone.
How's everybody doing?
I'm gonna pull up the screen here so we can see everybody and see the chats. Here, you might want to center that.
Mandy said, I'm hoping it was just attacked by the chickens or her large garden.
We'll get into that in a few minutes.
Yeah. How's everybody doing? Welcome to Freedom Homestead. I'm Tangi.
And I'm Jack.
And it has been an interesting day. Well, yesterday was interesting. So yeah. Glad to see everybody here.
Oh, yeah. A lot of comments already.
Yeah.
Is that the max?
I see Mandy. There's Aaron. And yeah, there's the Max.
There's Aaron, Tiffany, 1870s.
Yes.
I'm
okay.
Southern Blessed Homestead. Tubs of Love.
Thank you, Southern Blessed Homestead. I don't know if that is Mac.
What?
I'm assuming it's Mac only because I had posted
Your
a
hair
picture
looks
of
a lot
my.
better.
Yeah, I had taken a nap yesterday after church and
Hey, Max.
woke up and my hair was quite wild and I thought it was kind of funny. So I took a picture of it and posted it on my social.
So we are.
Aw, thank you, Caitlin.
We are. We're starting our live show. It's 8 o'clock Central Time here. The sun is going down, but it's still not dark outside. And this is usually the time when we go out to put the chickens up. And I see Parker just closed the door. So our son, we made him in charge of getting the chickens back up tonight, and it looks like they're all in. But
You will have to forgive us because I am very anti-clickbait, and tonight's title is a little clickbaitish.
well, not really.
I was attacked,
She was attacked.
but not on a serious,
No.
level.
From my viewpoint, it was most hilarious.
It was not hilarious.
Well, I
From my
mean, I
viewpoint.
didn't want you to get hurt, obviously.
From my viewpoint,
But
it was
it was
quite terrifying.
Oh,
So let's.
and I did not have a camera rolling.
And if you did, I would not let you.
It would
share
have been
it.
up, and you guys would
No.
have loved it. It would have been awesome.
It was not funny.
Well,
I'm surprised
no,
I can walk today.
It looked funny. I'm saying it looked funny, but and so you're very animated too. But so last night we
Some
got
of y'all have already figured it
let's
out.
get into this story. So last night she went out to put the chickens up. I saw
Thanks,
her.
Pete.
I saw her out there going into the. No, I saw her just standing outside the fence.
Well, I had already gone in, and
I think we had been in the garden.
I went to get them some more food. So I was going to give them some more food. So I had been in there. I had come out, and then I was standing because we had the side door open for them to go in, and I thought,
Cast Iron Mama got her first 2 eggs today.
oh yay!
That is awesome.
So I was just standing outside of the fenced area just to see if they would go in without me being in there.
Yeah. So we were both standing there kind of watching them. Thank you, buddy, for doing that. Oh, well,
In your room?
yeah. Tried to do a good deed and the little puppy went and peed in his room. So he's got to go clean it up.
Yeah.
So we're just standing outside the fence watching them, seeing if they'll jump in. And they're not moving. I think it's still a little too much daylight outside. So anyway.
Congrats on the baby.
Huh?
Someone said congrats on the baby. I don't know if they're referring to me. I'm not pregnant, I'm chubby. But thank you for making that awkward.
So I open the door, I go in, and one hops up into the chicken coop. And the one, I guess that it was the one that was up there, right? Because I didn't see it. I guess it hopped up.
It was up, yeah.
So
it was
it's
in the
elevated
coop.
a couple of
It
feet.
was in the coop standing in
And
the
I'm
doorway.
looking over at another one trying to get it going, and I hear a flutter over my head. and she starts screaming.
Okay, when you say start screaming, it was a ah.
No.
It was not a.
Yeah, it was.
It most certainly was not.
Yeah, it was.
No, it was not. You make things.
So.
Ow.
So I hear a chicken fly over. I hear her making noises, and
Of the high pitched variety.
I turn and see her trying to run away, but stumbling, and then falling, and then rolling, and I don't see a chicken anywhere.
I gracefully landed to the ground, and it did a very
graceful?
dainty tuck and roll.
I wish I had it on video because none of that's true. It wasn't. It was oh Lord, I'm being attacked and screaming and trying to run for your life, but face planting.
I did not land on my face. I landed on my wrist and on my shoulder.
Yeah,
and I was
and
kind of afraid at first because I kept looking at it and the bone was looking not right, but I think I maybe was just knocked a little cross-eyed or something. But I was fine.
We need
But listen.
We need
let me tell you my
We need Daniel Arms on here to investigate this situation
No,
from a detective police standpoint.
From my perspective, I saw the chicken leave, like fly, and so I see it coming at me like this, and so I turned really quick, and then I felt it on me with its talons.
And by the time I turned around,
it freaked
it was
me
gone.
out. It was right beside. I know it was right beside your feet.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he turned around and he went.
So then.
What are you doing?
I did. I was like,
and I said,
what's going
I was
on?
like, the chicken. And he went, what chicken? And I was like, it's right there by your feet.
I just bent down and picked it up, put it back over the fence.
I was attacked.
And then I was like, are you okay? And you was like, oh, I think I hurt my wrist.
Yeah. I thought for sure I would be really sore today, but I'm not.
You're tough.
But I was attacked by my chicken.
But that was. So anyway, we know now that if they hop up into the coop.
Well, one did it again tonight.
From there, they have a takeoff point.
Yeah.
And we need to clip the wings or something. So that's what we probably will be doing here in the near future.
The dogs are playing.
The dogs are going after it.
Anyway.
So that's her story. Our story of last night's attack.
Evil chicken ninjas.
Yeah.
Oh my word, will y'all quit?
Everything we're doing for those chickens, why would they want to attack you? They're chickens.
I was standing in the way of their freedom, so I understand. They are, after all, freedom flock. They're patriot birds.
Is that what you're calling them?
Yes.
The freedom flock?
They love their freedom.
They'll like it. They'll like it later on this fall when we stick them in the garden or early this spring.
Yeah, and
when we start letting them peck around in the garden.
Yeah, eat down the
They're gonna love that.
So yeah, that was really interesting.
Evil chicken ninjas.
Let's see, Jack, is that singing on your intro to your videos? No.
Huh?
He doesn't sing the Tater Bug song. That's a friend of ours.
That's not me. That's actually a coworker of mine. Mm-hmm. It's actually a coworker.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hey, Bandana Grandma, how are you?
Well, hey there.
Let's see, you'll just have to be more vigilant and more prepared. That's right. And pray maybe a little more before I go into the coop. but yeah.
Yeah. So that was our exciting story to tell.
Do y'all hear this? That's Ruger fussing at Georgia.
The dogs are talking to each other. They're fussing at each other.
That's funny.
One won't get up and run around and play with the other one, so one is just sitting there telling the other one to.
Tubbs of Love says my 2-year-old sings the Tater Bug song every time I watch your videos.
That's awesome.
It's awesome. Yeah, it's a catchy song, and I remember the first time I heard it, they had uploaded some videos, not videos, songs on, was it iTunes or Apple Music or something like that? And Jack said, listen to this song.
Platforms. Yeah.
Jack said, listen, this is back when the channel was called The Caver's Wife, and I was like, oh my gosh, that is perfect. I wonder if they would let me use that on the channel. And so Jack asked them, goodness. So Jack asked them, and they were like, absolutely. So we've been using it ever since.
Yeah. And I told him the other day, I said, people love this. Everybody's commenting on it. And they very rarely ever do that song because they have their own stuff that they're doing now.
Yeah.
But they still play a lot of music.
They do.
And they're
That's just chasing her tail.
chasing her tail. Oh
my
I got the
goodness.
other one up. Anyway.
Hey, yes, I am okay.
City Girl, Country Heart.
If you
Hello
are
there.
just, she's full of babies now. Yes, if you are just now joining us, I was attacked by one of our chickens. We are being a little clickbaity tonight, but I was attacked by a chicken.
Yeah.
It came from my skull, but I'm okay.
If you're just joining us now, you'll have to go back and watch the first 5 minutes of our show or whatever. We just told the story.
It's a full moon, so dogs are going crazy. That's probably what it is.
Yeah,
Oh my goodness.
my son asked me last night, he said, have you been outside to see the moon? And I was like, no. And he goes, it's like the biggest I've ever seen it. So hopefully it will be clear enough tonight. We'll go out and take a look after we get done with our show tonight.
Yeah. I do believe we have a couple of roosters, actually. Yes.
Yeah, we probably do.
Hey, Heirloom Permaculture.
We still can't tell though, but they are getting big. I'm getting ready to separate some dogs.
Yeah. Dr. Octagon, it sounds like you need to go see a doctor. That was funny. Let's see.
Sorry we haven't been saying hi to everyone.
Yes, Tiffany said I would have
we
screamed
were
like a little
enjoying
girl.
telling the story
Yes, exactly.
of Tangi's attack.
Oh my goodness.
There's Hawkins Hills.
Yes. Hey, Hawkins Hills. Yeah, we got a big package from Hawkins Hills this week that we have been very much enjoying.
Thank you so much. It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, so Hawkins Hills sent us some meat. We talked about them last week.
We talked about it last week.
USDA locker in Missouri. So if you are looking for a butcher where you can get some good meat, that would be a great resource for you.
I mean, they said they were going to send us some stuff so we could try out our smoker that we got, and we were blown away.
Absolutely blown
by
away.
what they sent.
Yes, so we have been very much enjoying their
more than what we
their
ever expected.
gifts. Yes.
Yeah.
I know. Isn't it ridiculous, Geocache? They are very obnoxious. Oh my word. I swear it's like 11-year-olds are attacking our chat right now. Anyway, so yeah, it's been nice, and we're looking forward to smoking some stuff.
Now you did pull up some old squash plants today.
Oh.
You can tell me about that.
Hang on. Caitlin said, any thoughts on how to prevent tomatoes getting rotten on the inside? I have beautiful tomatoes, but cut into them and they are all black and fuzzy. Now that I'm really not sure. I mean, if they're getting rotten on the bottom, I know that you need calcium for that. I'm not really sure.
You would think something is,
I'm sure
pouring into
some
them.
of our friends can help in the comments. Let's see.
And there's no holes in them. I mean, nothing's boring into them to kind of get inside of them.
Yeah.
Because you would think that would be the first thing I would check for, but if they look great on the outside, then something's got to be going on with the soil or.
I mean, it just sounds like a deficiency of some kind.
Yeah.
Let's see. Okay, so Tiffany said, who are y'all's favorite homesteading YouTubers? I follow a few, but want more. I'm so interested in homesteading. Oh my goodness.
Well,
Woo. That's a long list.
You know, the problem is we're going to leave somebody out.
Well, we can just off the top of our head. Okay. In my gardener, Roots and Refuge, that 1870s Homestead, North Star Prepstetter, especially if you're interested in herbs, because right now she's doing an amazing series. She did peppermint tonight, and I haven't seen it yet, but I will. I'll go back and watch.
We just watched the Stivers.
Stivers Homestead, Off Grid with Doug and Stacy. Let me think. Let's see.
Like I said, we're going to leave somebody out
Yeah.
that we don't mean to,
Yeah.
because there's so many great ones that we, not only do we watch, but that we've met and become friends with,
Right.
which are even more amazing in person.
Deep South Homestead's another good one. Freedom Acres is a good one that I like to watch. The Texas Boys, which they've not put out anything in over a month. But they're taking.
Who is it that you watch all the time that's been?
Oh, and Living Traditions Homestead.
Yes, that's
yeah,
who I was
really
thinking
like
of.
them too.
They do really good. As they do a lot of instructional stuff.
Yeah. Let's see. I mean, it's just there's so many, because the beautiful thing is everybody does things differently, and so you can just kind of just glean from all of these different places. Heirloom Permaculture, they put out a lot of really good content. Let's see, who else? VW Family Farm Homes. I mean, there's so many.
Yeah, Holler Homestead.
Oh, Holler Homestead, yeah. There's so many good ones. But yeah.
Living Traditions, they're great teachers.
Yep, Cog Hill, that's another good one.
Cog Hill, not only is he fun to watch, well, he's fun to watch.
Yeah.
He got some great stuff, but he's hilarious.
Oh, Chelsea's channel.
All of our moderators are pretty much awesome.
Little Mountain Ranch is another good one. Justin Rhodes. Yeah, I mean, there's just so many. The homestead community is big. And like I said, I mean, there's so many fantastic ones. Everybody does things differently. There's something to learn from every single one.
Yeah, Brad mentioned the Arms family.
Yeah.
Yeah, Arms Family Homestead. When we started our channel, we started watching Arms Family. You were watching M.I. Gardner
years ago.
from day one.
Yeah. Naming all your faves.
Yeah.
There's just a lot of good ones.
And we will.
And then there's some that don't really call themselves homesteaders, but they have homestead related, like Sutton's Days Sutton's Days.
For all your canning.
Yeah. Oh, the Needy
Lisa
Homestead. I love her.
You'll get on a kick where we'll watch somebody.
Yeah.
For a month, just tons of their videos, and then we might kind of watch 2 or 3 different other people.
Yeah. And Jonathan is talking about Cog Hill. Cog Hill is not only informative, but extremely entertaining. Just so much fun.
He's hilarious
to watch. Yes. And he also has a podcast. Did you know that?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
And I believe Stivers has started a
podcast.
Yeah.
If you
Charles
want to
Dowding
find
is another good one.
out if you're building a house from scratch and you want to know how to build a house, Wild Wonderful Off Grid is a good channel.
Yeah.
They've been going through their whole series of them building their house.
Thank you, Linda. Yes, Dirt Patch Heaven is another really good one. She does a lot of like hotbed gardening, raised beds. She also has a whole permaculture setup.
Old Alabama Gardener.
Yeah.
And of course now, I mean, I've always been interested
Homestead
in campfire cooking, so I'll watch channels that she doesn't watch.
Yeah.
Not really homestead channels, but other things of interest.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
I like Homesteading Family.
The smoking and the campfire cooking, and I will watch a lot of bushcrafting type skills. Creek Stewart. I'm a big fan of Creek Stewart.
Yeah.
And you like
Stacy Lynn Harris?
Stacy Lynn Harris, yeah. I always forget her name.
Yeah, let's see. And somebody had mentioned, yes, Homestead Heart's another good one. I'm not really sure where they're from.
Kent
I
Rollins,
just started
he's good to watch
watching them
campfire cooking.
just recently. But she's got a lot of really good content. They I've not watched a whole lot of videos with her husband in them, but like she does a lot of great canning videos.
Yep, Alumna Acres.
Oh yeah, Alumna.
I mean, I knew
There's
we.
so many.
I knew we'd.
So many good ones.
Yeah, and there's more that I know we're leaving out.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Prairie Homestead. Yeah,
there's
tons
our
of them.
list.
Tons.
There's our
Tons of
list,
them.
and I'm sure we've left people out. And when
Yeah. Yeah, Bumblebee Junction's another good one. They do a lot of like how to. They grow in buckets. They grow like all kinds of ways, and they
yes,
explain
there is a
all
lot. There's a lot.
There is
And
a lot.
like Tangi said, the homestead community has exploded with amazing content people out there posting a lot of good educational stuff, also entertaining, helpful hints,
Right.
Everything in between.
Yeah.
A lot of good how-to videos.
Yeah. Yeah, and then you have the ones that are not only just growing, not only just preserving, but then they have like I know Deep South Homestead. I really enjoy Danny's Porch Talks. He talks a lot about the economy and just things to watch out for.
And Homesteaders of America, they've been doing a series of garden channels.
It's a garden tour, yeah.
Garden tours with different homesteaders. So if you look at their playlist for that, you're going to see most of these people that we've mentioned.
Tons of people.
So yeah, that's a good resource too,
Yeah.
to get to those other people. If you can't remember everybody we're mentioning.
Yep, I like Simple Living Alaska. Simple Living Alaska is really interesting, and I just started watching them recently. And that's really cool if you're interested in like Alaskan frontier living, to see how homesteaders do up there. They've got a really cool like cellar, and they show how they raise their food and eat and hunt and do all that stuff. It's really neat.
Tiffany Taylor says, I just found Homesteaders of America.
Oh yeah, very cool. Yeah, that's a fantastic organization.
Amy Fuel, great person.
And they're passionate about helping people be more sustainable, self-sustainable.
Yeah.
I guess Cosmopolitan Cornbread, I like her channel too. I think she's out of Alabama, isn't she?
Yeah.
Gilbrook Farms is another good one. They're in the process of establishing a new homestead. They've recently moved. I believe they're off grid. Let's see. Who or what attacked me? It was a chicken.
Yes. We told our attack story very early on when we started our live chat tonight.
Yeah. But I'm okay. I was.
It had its moments.
Yeah.
Yeah. I am glad you're okay, because when you fail, I didn't hear you scream or yell ouch or anything like that, so I didn't think you were hurt.
You just heard the initial.
It didn't appear that you were hurt, so I felt comfortable in
laughing at me.
Laughing at you after I knew you were okay, because it was a sight to see. You don't need to be afraid of those chickens.
I'm not afraid of the chickens. I'm not afraid of the chickens. But if you...
But one's coming at you, and it's like this, and it's wanting to attach to you.
It's like, I'm not afraid of you. But if you came at me full force, I would probably scream, and I'd probably tuck and roll.
Good point. Yeah.
Oh, me. How was that chicken dinner? Yeah, I wish. No, we're not there yet.
Yeah, that chicken better start laying some eggs.
Oh, my goodness. Exactly. When something comes for your face, it is instinctive.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Payback is delicious. Hey, that might be a new shirt.
No, we've got to get a shirt with your sign off.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we need to sell the ones we've got now. We just got to figure out how to get that set up.
We're never going to sell those. We just end up giving them away when people come and visit.
True. Let's see. My husband's more of a laugh now, ask questions later kind of guy. Yeah, that's...
It was... Man, I wish it was filming.
No.
I wish I had that on video.
No, I'm glad you don't. I have a rooster that may end up being a rooster dinner later this year. Let's see. Keep checking on splitting caused by Oh yeah. Yeah. I don't know who Alice is talking to, but yes, especially if you've had a dry spell. Yeah, if you've had a dry spell and then you get some rain, the splitting is a
Serenity
thing.
Hill says my husband's the same way.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Mandy said, I hate to admit, but I have that same reaction as Jack, embarrassed to say. Yes, of course, are you okay? And then, like, maybe, I don't know.
I just kind of turned around and saw her just rolling, and I'm like, what are you doing?
And when he says rolling, just so y'all know.
Tumbling.
I rolled once. Yeah.
It was kind of a slow motion, trippity, boom, roll.
That is true. It was
there you go. Now I finally got it.
It took me a minute
Trippity, boom, roll.
It took me a minute to actually fall.
Yeah.
But which I think part of it too is my boots. My muck boots have seen better days.
She's busted. The muck boots have broken.
Yeah, so I need to get some.
It's hard enough to walk in those, let alone run away from a chicken attack.
Yeah. Kessler mom says,
you're gonna get yourself in trouble.
Yep.
I know.
So Matt just laughs. Then if you are hurt, he feels bad. Yeah. I know. Someone had said earlier, we're not at the age where we can just fall and bounce back really quick. So bounce. No pun intended. Oh me. But yeah.
No,
okay,
I'm not gonna be in the doghouse. We're just having fun.
Yikes.
I'm not being mean and facetious.
Yeah.
Oh, the splitting part, we were discussing some tomatoes.
Yeah, I just saw where somebody was talking about tomatoes and said if your tomatoes get a lot of water, especially if they've been watered inconsistently, or like if you've had a dry spell or a really hot spell and then you get a lot of rain, then your tomatoes will split because they're taking in water faster than they can grow skin.
Yeah, we had some good questions, and we got on a roll talking about, we were telling the story about the chicken, and then we all started just rattling off as fast as we could as many great homestead channels, and then people asked about tomatoes, and we're good.
Yes, please.
Throw out your questions.
If you have any garden questions, if we can't help you, somebody in the chat will, because this is a very knowledgeable group we have here. I was trying to think.
Kathy says, I've done the slow motion fall before. I know I had an angel underneath me because I didn't have a scratch.
Exactly.
That's good because,
Well, I will also say this too. This is the second time that I have fallen around the chickens. Yeah.
What happened the first time?
The first time is before we expanded the coop and we had that smaller fence.
Did you trip over the small fence?
Well, I had their water. I was taking the water out to get fresh water, and I was trying to hold the thing open and also get it closed quick enough before they could come out. And I didn't lift my foot high enough. And there was nobody else out there but me. It was like first thing in the morning. It was probably around 6 o'clock. And I'm pretty sure that the goat barn next door, I'm pretty sure he has cameras set up.
He better not have cameras set up this way.
I'm just saying.
Well, I'll go do something about that.
Well, just for surveillance, And I don't know if there's any directed toward the house, but I thought if there are, then he probably got a good laugh. Oh my goodness. I'm a first-time gardener, started small and wanted a bigger garden next year. Absolutely. That is the best way to go, in my opinion.
Yeah.
We know a lot of people who just went big, just went for it.
I really like starting off small because you can try just a couple of things and then find out what did go well for you, and then the next time kind of increase what did go well, and then maybe add one or two things the next year and just kind of see where it goes. I think that's a great way to learn.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, and I think and it seems like every single year I mean, we've been gardening now for 8 years, and every single year we learn something new. And yeah, you just apply it,
Well,
and then to the following year.
If you try it the first year and you go huge and you got 30, 40 things growing all over the place and a bunch of them don't work out, was it because you did something wrong or because you just had too much going on and didn't have time to take care of everything?
Right.
So then it's hard for you to figure out, why didn't it grow?
Well, and I mean, things, they change every year too. So you could take what you've applied
The
and
dry
then
spells and the rainy seasons.
But the good thing is you start to understand the language of the plants. And I think that's one thing that
That's a good way to put it.
I find it very interesting is that you can tell by the way a plant looks, the way its posture, if you will, the way the leaves look. You start to understand what they're communicating.
It will tell you if it's happy and healthy.
Yes, and it will tell you that if there's
not.
something wrong. Yeah, and you learn those things. You learn how to take care of it, and I enjoy it very much. I think it's fun. It's like a moving puzzle. It's just trying to figure it all out.
Somebody, where'd it go? I'm gonna have to scroll up.
The Veggie Whisperer. That's funny.
Where was it?
Bought so many
Saw it.
seeds. Our first was a 4x8.
Yeah, our first was a 4x8. Now
So
we have
was
9
ours.
4x4s. Yeah,
Very cool.
that's what ours was. That's why I saw that.
Yeah, see, Tubbs of Love said, go back up. This was our first garden. I just went crazy and grew everything. I'm lucky it's done so well. I've definitely learned a lot. Yeah, that's awesome. Hey, Art of Creation.
There you go.
Hey, my Craftique. Let's see. Ooh, a Working Mom's Guide. So my potato plants look like they're ready, but when I pulled a few of them, they were super tiny.
Ooh.
They are within the harvesting date range. Should I leave them in the ground to get bigger? Well, that would be something for our friends in the chats. I'm growing potatoes for the first time.
This is our first year, and
Yeah.
we're new to it as well. So if there's people that have grown potatoes for a while, you might want to give them an answer.
Right. So my understanding though is that your plants will flower and then they will start to die back, right? And I think once the greens are dead, then they're ready to pull. I think.
Enriched Refuge says been gardening for 8 years, enlarged, and will be planting fall crops for the first time this week.
Yay! Yes, I actually have a video that I have edited. I just haven't got it posted for y'all yet, but I do share some of the changes that we are making for the fall planting. I've got some things that I've pulled up, and we're gonna be hopefully getting that done. It has actually cooled off. When I say cool off, I mean it's like 20 degrees cooler than it was.
No.
Yeah.
Well, it was this morning. This morning it felt wonderful. But it got up into the upper 80s today.
Yeah, that's like
It's not 20 degrees
almost
cooler.
15 degrees cooler then. 15 degrees
It's
cooler,
been in the
but it's still in the
mid
upper
to upper
80s.
90s. It was mid to upper 80s today.
Yeah. Well, I'm talking about real feel.
But,
I'm talking
this morning felt wonderful.
Yeah. When I say temperature, I'm talking what it felt.
When it's 72 degrees outside, I am happy, happy, happy.
I like it
I love
between 75 and 80. That's my happy range.
I love it between 70 and 75.
I'm cold-natured anyway.
65 and 70.
Have you started homeschool with your son yet? Not yet. I actually haven't decided when we're going to start back.
No.
I kind of want the brunt of our harvest to be over, because my work schedule right now is full-time, and I kind of want the biggest part of our harvest to be over. So
Yeah.
I'm thinking maybe September, which is the latest we've ever started. But he's my only one.
Yeah. And even the local schools around here, they're not starting back till the end of August, like
Yeah.
August 24th or something like that.
Yeah.
So we'll be starting back around that same time, the end of August or the first of the next month, right?
we'll figure it out.
August, September.
Yeah. But one thing I am excited, we are going to be using teaching textbooks this year. I've already decided that, and I'm excited about that. I'm excited to try that because I've only ever heard good things about it. And we were able to get him a laptop, so I won't have to take a break for him to use my computer.
Yep.
He'll be able to use his own.
Yeah, we kind of went all out. We broke down and bought him a computer, which we know that's going to get him through high school.
Yes.
The next 4 years, as long as he takes care of it and isn't too hard on it.
Right.
That should last him easily through high school. He'll have his own computer. We won't be competing for time to study. You know, us working on the computer and him needing it for school. So that's going to be
wow. Where some of y'all are, it just sounds so nice. City Girl said it's going to get to 66 tonight.
Well, Kathy says it's getting down to 51 degrees there.
That sounds lovely.
Man, if it did that here, I think I'd probably just
camp out. Linda asked, are we going to have a fall garden? And if so, what are we planting? Yes.
We are planning on one.
The green beans, the variety, I bought some Provider green bean seeds, and they are 55 days to maturity, and we have about 80 left in our growing season. So we're definitely going to have that. We don't need any more squash. We've got plenty.
Squash did great.
We've got plenty.
Yeah.
I mean, literally, our deep freeze is full.
That's what I was going to say earlier. You pulled some old squash plants that were done.
Yeah. Well, I've only pulled one so
and when
far.
you pulled it, it was covered with squash bugs.
Yeah.
Which I'm glad they attacked it after it was done.
Yeah. Yeah, because there really wasn't any
we've had a
blossoms.
We've had a great year for squash without the squash bugs,
Yeah.
but the squash bugs are here now.
They are.
Which
They're on
is-
all of the squash plants.
They're here and they're in full force.
Yeah.
But our squash are dying down, so
Right.
they're done.
Yeah. Yeah. Which in it, like I said, that's a good thing. I mean, we've got.
Yeah. I mean, we dodged a bullet on that one.
I don't know. We
If-
probably got a dozen.
Because if they would have showed up 2 or 3
Over
weeks
there.
ago, it would have really.
It would have been sad.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
It
no,
would've been sad.
we're definitely done. I may try to get another planting of cucumbers. Our cucumbers have mosaic virus on them now, and it's starting to affect the cucumbers. Let me show you.
Art of Creation says contender's a good quick green bean.
Yeah, I've not grown contender.
Let's see what else we got. Provider. Working Mom's Guide.
Let's see. I wish
A Working Mom's Guide. Our school has not announced plans yet.
I don't have a healthy looking cucumber, but y'all know what healthy cucumbers look like.
Well, we do have somebody mentioned there's spaghetti squash.
Yes.
We do have a spaghetti
We
squash.
finally have one spaghetti squash.
Yeah, and it's
on
about
our
as big as
vine.
that cucumber
Yep.
right now.
Okay, but yeah, so this is the West Wisconsin SMR, I think, pickling cucumbers that I planted this year. This might be a national pickling cucumber, but if you look how splotchy and spotty it is, I don't know if this is picking up, but you can tell the fruit is starting to.
Got a bad spot on it.
It does
too.
have a bad spot,
Yeah,
but
you
it
can
is
tell what
starting
it's looking
to.
like.
Yeah, it looks all spotty because that is the mosaic virus. And this, I mean, it's okay to eat, but the mosaic virus, it takes a hit on your production.
I
And
love
it's
our
very,
refrigerator pickles though.
yeah, it's very contagious. So if your
Can they
cucumber
see this?
leaves,
Can they see all of that back here?
yeah, I think so.
Well, if they
Not
really
very
can.
well.
But we got a huge harvest going on.
Yeah, I'm gonna be canning some salsa tomorrow. But anyway, if your cucumber leaves start looking like it's just got yellow spots all over it, that is the mosaic virus, most likely.
And I have become just a huge fan of just the refrigerator pickles.
Hey,
I love these probably more than any other type of pickle right now. Just quick refrigerator pickles.
yeah, they're quick and they're crispy and they're just delicious.
Yes.
Oh,
And
I have to tell y'all
if you
too.
don't know how, well,
Go ahead.
no, go ahead.
If you don't know.
I was
what-
gonna just say, if they don't know how to do quick and easy refrigerator pickles, we could let them know.
Oh yeah, it's super easy. I use the Mrs. Wages seasoning. I follow the instructions to make the brine, and then you just wash your cucumbers, cut the top and bottom off, put them in a jar, pour the brine over it, put a lid on it, stick it in the fridge, let it sit for, I say, a week.
About a week.
Let it absorb all the flavors, and then take them out and eat them,
Yeah.
and they're delicious.
And we would eat this jar down. Well, we would eat to about half full, and then we'd go pick a whole bunch of other pickles
And just stick them down
and
there.
just stick them in the bottom.
Yeah.
Pull those out, put them in the bottom, and by the time we get down to them, they've been down there another week or so.
Yeah. Yep. Let's see. Hey, Emma. I saw a question now. My cucumbers are doing that. I wonder what it was. I pulled 3 yesterday. Yeah, you definitely do not want to compost those vines. You want to burn them because they will. You don't want that in your compost.
Oh,
you don't want to grow.
With the blight or the squash bugs? What are y'all talking about?
Talking about the mosaic virus.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Somebody says, I love refrigerator pickles. Sweet, put a tea bag in.
Yes, the tannins help to crisp it up. You can also use grape leaves.
Have
Some
you
people
tried
use
that? Have you
oak
done that?
leaves. No.
No.
You can use oak leaves. What is scallop squash? Scallop squash, I'll show you. We're just doing all kinds of show and tell tonight.
Yeah. We should take the camera over there to the counter, really, to be
Nah.
honest with you.
Nah, that's all right.
Because we got a ton of stuff over there.
Here's one we picked up there. Oh, I want to show y'all this. Look at this really knobby Cherokee purple I picked today. All right, so this is a scallop squash. You can see why it's called scallop squash. It's got all these really cute scallops on them. They're kind of shaped like flying saucers. Actually, Art of Creation posted a video.
And they're very good. They're almost better than...
I like them a lot. I like them better than yellow squash.
Yeah.
Art of Creation actually did a recipe using these. They did a barbecue pizza that is keto friendly using these things.
Yeah. Patty pan squash, scallop squash.
It's very mild and has a kind of a slight sweet flavor, and they're just delicious. And they're really cute, and you can even hollow out the middle, stuff them, roast them, stuff them with like a cream cheese and sausage and rice mixture, and then stick it in there and then bake it. There's so many different things that you can do. Anyway, so that is a scallop squash, but you can treat it like any other squash. You can can it, you can shred it.
Are
you
all the
can...
poppers gone?
Yes, all the
Oh,
poppers are
okay.
gone.
We had jalapeno poppers for
Yeah.
supper tonight.
But look at this knobby Cherokee purple. Isn't that crazy? I
Yeah.
love heirloom tomatoes because you just never know what you're gonna get when
Cherokee
you go pick them
purple
off.
is a very good tasting, a very
Yes.
beefy, meaty tomato.
Yes.
But they are not pretty tomatoes.
They're not pretty
I
tomatoes.
mean, now this one is
yeah.
very not. I mean, they don't look like that.
Yeah.
That's just.
I went down the road to my favorite. They're friends of mine now. The Amish that own the produce stand down the road.
Oh, they make fried
And
apple pies.
I told her that we were growing some Cherokee purples, and she goes, "Oh, I love Cherokee purples," but she said we don't grow heirloom tomatoes because a lot of people that stop by here for tomatoes, they want like what you see in a grocery store, the perfectly round, smooth, red tomatoes, and they also sell yellow ones. And she said, but I love Cherokee purples. So, but yeah, that's why they don't sell them, is because they look like this. And I think anybody who isn't familiar with the beauty of heirloom tomatoes, they would look at that and go, ooh, what's wrong with your tomato? Of course, that's very cat-faced, but still, it'll eat just as well. It does. It looks like 3 tomatoes in one. We grew patty pans last year, and the plants were huge. Yes, they. Both of the ones that I planted 2, one white one and one green one, and it took over that whole area. Let's see. Yep, I do too. Love the heirlooms. Oh no. I'm sorry, Melissa. That stinks. Let's see. Yeah, so the tomatoes that we're growing, I've got mortgage lifters, which those are nice and round, and they get really, really big, and they're kind of the same color, not red, more of a pinkish, reddish color. And then Roma tomatoes. Those are the only 3 that I'm growing, and I love them.
And another one you grow a lot is the Amish paste.
That's my preferred canning tomato. But I didn't have any Amish paste seeds this year, so
but
I just used
our
what I had.
Roma tomatoes are just
white and green do taste the same.
our Roma tomatoes are doing amazing right now.
Oh yeah,
They are just all over the place.
I have more that I could go out and
they look
pick.
beautiful. I mean, our
They do.
plants, they haven't looked that good. I mean, they're doing great.
Well,
this
I
year.
think the main thing is that we're growing them in the ground this year, and that's another thing we were talking earlier about how you learn every year, and it really does vary. It varies on the season. It varies on that year's
I think we are learning here
temperature.
what does good in the raised beds and what does better in the
ground.
tilled in ground
Yeah.
bed.
So I know that green beans just do better in the ground for us. The last 2 years I have tried to grow them in the raised beds, and they look really good at first, and then they just peter out so fast.
Our peppers do great in the raised beds.
In the raised beds. And
our jalapenos are doing amazing.
the lettuce does good in raest beds.
Banana
the
peppers.
spinach, the Swiss chard, all the greens do really well.
Yeah,
in
all the
raised
greens
beds.
do great in there.
But and the squash did okay this year.
Yeah.
Actually did really, really well this year.
And
But,
I think if it wasn't for the mosaic
part?
thing, our cucumbers would have done really good this year in our raised beds. But and they did decent. I mean, but
we haven't.
they would have done
We
a lot
know
better.
that they can produce more
Yeah.
than what they did. So I think my next planting of green beans is going to be in the ground. And I may try to do another planting of cucumbers. I need to see what the maturity date is on those. But yeah. Let's see. Any tips for canning or freezing poblanos? I have never canned or froze poblanos, but I'm sure someone here has. Purple beans, and I think we're going to skip doing that kind of pressure canning. Stick with the regular kind. Do I have a favorite keto cookbook? Why, yes. Yes, I do. It is called Southern Keto. And what is the lady's name? I can't see from here.
Where?
The Southern Keto Cookbook. It's right up there. My friend Shakima, in the cabinet on the top shelf.
Oh.
You see it? It says Southern Keto.
By Natasha Newton.
Natasha Newton. My friend Shakima from One Mom, Two Girls, Two Boys, Eight and All sent me this cookbook, and it is awesome, especially if you love down home Southern food. But it's got everything. It's got fried green tomatoes. It's got coleslaw. It's got all kinds of. My favorite dessert in here is the fruit pizza. And I'm trying to think what my favorite meal in here that I've had. One thing that I haven't tried yet is the zucchini bread. I should try that with all the zucchini we've got right now. Let's see.
And whenever she fixes her keto meals, I mean the rest of the family pretty much will eat it up. I mean, they're very tasty. They're very good.
Yeah.
It's just the rest of us don't stick with the keto diet the
No,
entire
they eat
week.
carbs. They eat carbs.
Yeah, we eat carbs.
They eat what I cook.
Yeah.
We got salmon patties. We've got cornbread, fried cabbage and bacon, bacon wrapped green beans, hash brown casserole, which is using rice cauliflower.
It always turns to food before our show's over.
That's because they know what we like. Let's see. Yeah, there's the fried green tomatoes. I'll show you the
200 bush beans, not 2.
fruit pizza. I'm telling y'all, I made this one time. We had some friends from out of town. No one knew that it was keto. No one knew because it was
Looks good.
delicious. It was delicious. I'm trying to think what else is in here that I absolutely love. I mean, everything in here that I have tried we have liked. Well, except for maybe the cheeseburger.
Sarah says she has that book on Kindle.
Oh, yeah, that's awesome.
Yep.
There's chili cheese pot pie.
And what? She's lost 100 pounds?
Oh, get out.
I think that says.
Where?
I have that book on Kindle. I don't follow
Well,
strict keto, but I've lost
about
100 pounds.
That is amazing,
on the
Sarah.
low carb diet.
Wow,
Yes.
that is awesome. Very, very cool. Good for you.
Do we fertilize our garden?
Yes. Since it has done so well, just rain, or do you water it to supplement? You know what? I am the world's worst about hand watering. Pretty much, it mostly just gets rainwater,
Yeah,
which
we
is
just-
not good because we've not been getting a lot of rain. But
But do we fertilize?
yeah, I use Trifecta from In My Gardener, and I have also been using, for the first time this year, I have been using fish emulsion, which one thing that I did not realize until I was watching, it may have been Stivers, but I feel like maybe it was 1870s Homestead said it. But when you use fish emulsion, I was hitting it right at the roots the best I could, but that's actually one that it's a foliar. The leaves take in
needs
the
to go on the
nutrients.
plants.
And so,
Yeah. I mean,
I
other
didn't
than
realize
that, we just let it. We don't water. We haven't really watered any this year. We've just kind of we do that and then we let it grow,
yeah.
and pretty much just try to keep the weeds out of it.
Yeah. Well, we're now to the point where if we can't get it with a tiller, I mean,
Well,
it's
yeah.
just,
But
I really think
Once everything gets big,
kind of shades it out.
it kind of
anyway.
shades it
Yeah.
out, and what weeds are going to grow, we just let
Yeah.
grow at that point.
Yeah, our corn is completely done. So I'm leaving the back row because I've got the Three Sisters garden on the back row. So those corn stalks will stay.
We did go ahead and plant some pumpkin plants,
Yes.
pie pumpkins, the little pumpkins,
And the
And,
vines look great.
The vines are doing great, and they're flowering.
They're flowering.
So
yeah.
we may have some pumpkins.
We might have some pumpkins. We might get to have
We've never
Emily's
really-
famous pumpkin pie with our pumpkins.
We've never really done well with
Well,
pumpkins.
we've only ever tried to grow pumpkins one other time, and I think Emily planted them. She was like, what, like 9 or 10?
Yeah.
No, she would have been older than that. But she planted jack-o'-lantern pumpkins, and I think we got 3.
We got 3
I mean, we-
really good sized ones.
But we had like
but
10
they had-
vines.
but they had no flavor.
We didn't eat them. They were the jack-o'-lanterns. We just used
Oh,
them for.
I'm talking about the cantaloupe.
Oh,
She
no,
did-
yeah, the
she
cantaloupe.
did cantaloupe at the same time too, and we got cantaloupes, but they didn't have any taste to
No,
them, no
yeah.
flavor.
They smelled good, and they definitely were ripe. But yeah, when we cut into them and we ate
Yeah.
them, it was like, oh, that's
You know,
disappointing.
And Dad told me, if you do something, they'll always turn out like that. So I'll have to go back and remember
well,
that.
and that vine was a volunteer. I didn't plant them. They volunteered, and so I was really
we
excited.
have not planted any watermelon or cantaloupe this year.
Yes, I did.
Oh, you did?
I did in pots, and they didn't turn out.
Oh,
They
okay.
died.
So we don't have any this year.
Yeah, we don't have any this
We
year.
tried.
But we've never, like you said, we've never really had any luck. The times that we have tried. Cross-pollinate, maybe. Let's see. We process some meat birds and use the blood to fertilize our tomatoes and other veggies. Very cool. Yep, you know what? You might be right, Country Homestead Preacher. That might be where I saw that.
Yeah.
Watermelon wall did not do well. The vines.
No, it didn't
just
work out.
Didn't work out.
At
But I think
all.
it was, again, I'm not a good waterer. I'm trying to get better with container gardening,
Mm-hmm.
but that's the thing with container gardening is that you have to pay your plants
And
more attention.
And we now have
And I don't do that.
we now have a big water barrel that's sitting under our gutter.
Mm-hmm.
And with the rain we had a couple days ago, the barrel is full.
The barrel is full. Yes.
When we first moved here, just tell you a quick story. When we first moved in, we had a really bad storm shortly after we moved in, and it blew a bunch of our roof off. And we knew it had an old roof when we bought it. We didn't realize it was going to get tore up so quickly. But anyway, insurance paid for a new roof, so we went with metal. Well, now we have a metal roof. Well, now we need bigger gutters.
We need bigger gutters
because when it rains now, it flies off that metal roof, and our gutters can't handle that much water. So for right now, I have put a rain barrel at the end of our gutter, so when it starts spilling over, it fills this rain barrel up. So that's what we got going on right now.
Yep. Yeah. So again, we do a little bit every year.
Yeah.
Let's see, just did our fall planting for the first time ever. 100 pea plants from seed save from our spring crop. Very, very cool. You know what? I did not plant peas this year. I usually do.
We didn't. Yeah.
But we don't have the space. We don't have the space to grow enough to put up. But boy, I sure love eating them fresh. Fresh peas are the best. They are the best. Last year, I grew a quart bag.
And we did talk, we talked a while back about our okra. Our okra is doing really well right now too.
Yeah,
it's doing great.
Coming in really good right now.
And we talked, was it about a month ago? I said I had never had
fresh okra.
Raw okra out of the garden, just
Right.
fresh okra.
Yeah.
I've always had it cooked.
Yeah.
And so I did eat some raw okra, and I was really surprised that it
Tasted good?
tasted so similar to cooked okra.
Yeah.
I thought it would taste completely different, but it tasted about the same.
Yeah.
In fact, it tasted almost exactly the same. I was just like,
Without
this is
the breading.
good. Yeah, we don't need to cook it.
Yeah.
I can eat it.
I tell you what's really cool. My cousin came up this past week to visit, and she brought her son, who is close to Parker's age, and he's a cool kid. He'll try anything. He'll try anything. And so while he was here, I'm trying to remember, he ate, I convinced him to try an anchovy, and he actually really liked it. I said, see, it's good. And he also convinced him to have pickled okra. He'd never tried pickled okra, and she hadn't either, but they both really, really liked it.
I don't think I had till you bought it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I
love
hadn't
it.
either.
I mean, I brought it home from the Amish friend down the street, and I ate half the jar,
I don't
time.
think they're still
So
with
good.
us. I don't think Southern Blessed Homestead, I don't know if Mac is still watching. But I ate something, was it yesterday?
Oh, my word.
2 days.
I don't know, but you're crazy.
2 days ago, I ate something I shouldn't have.
Yeah. He
I
sent
mean,
me a picture of
we
it,
grow-
and I was like,
I mean, we grow
That was not
jalapenos.
smart.
I
That was
love
not smart.
jalapenos. I will pick them out of the garden and eat them raw. And sometimes they're really, really hot, but most of the time they're just nice and have a good heat that just tastes good. I mean, I ate a jalapeno. I eat one about every day. Well, a friend brought some habaneros, and I ate one of those.
it's a good thing you're cute.
It lit me up. Would not recommend it. It had a really good flavor for about 20 seconds. And when the heat hit, and it hit fast, and it hit hard, and it about took my breath away. And it really opened up my sinuses, I'll just put it that way. So I have learned my lesson on those. Anyway, moving
If
on.
I was there, it would have been, I would have laughed.
I'd much rather eat raw okra.
Well, yeah. You probably needed the raw okra after eating that.
I will, yeah.
Because it's good for your stomach.
Someone-
Did y'all know that?
Someone gave me someone had a little tiny chocolate bar,
Uh-huh.
and about 5 minutes into it, they saw my eyes were red, and they said, "Here, have this chocolate." And I ate it really quickly. And about 15 minutes later, I told him, I said, "You know what? You could have grabbed that chocolate bar out of the bottom of the trash can, and I would have probably still ate it."
That's
I was
gross.
hurting so bad.
Oh, my word. I think probably one of the hardest I have ever laughed at a YouTube video was Rhett and Link when they were eating, was it the ghost pepper or
Yeah.
it was like the hottest pepper on the
Or
planet.
they might
or
have did the
something.
pepper challenge. They might have had several, but I think
It
it
was
led up to
so
the. Was it the
funny.
Carolina Reaper?
Maybe it was the Carolina Reaper.
It was either the
I don't
Carolina
know.
Reaper or the ghost pepper. But if y'all haven't watched that, if you just want to laugh,
Yeah.
Rhett and Link,
Rhett and Link.
ghost pepper or Carolina Reaper, just hot pepper challenge.
Yeah, hot pepper. I mean, I laughed till I was crying. I was laughing so hard. I'm gonna see if I can find the name of it. I'm gonna have to watch it again when I go to bed just for fun. But yeah, I think Link.
I didn't eat
is
the
probably the
habanero
funniest
alone. A buddy of mine, he said, "I'll eat one if you eat one." And I'm thinking,
Maybe it was
I
a
eat
sweet-
jalapenos all the time. I know it's a
Yeah.
little hotter, but it shouldn't be too bad. It was pretty bad.
Oh my word! It's not the Carolina Reaper one. I think it's the.
It was just the like a hot pepper challenge.
Maybe it's the spicy pepper challenge.
The ghost pepper challenge, maybe.
Maybe. Yeah, that might be it. That was from 6 years ago, so that probably is it.
Yeah, it's
The
spicy.
ghost pepper challenge.
It's several years old.
It's Good Mythical Morning.
Colorado, 3
Yeah,
years
look
ago.
look up Good Mythical Morning. Ghost pepper challenge. Oh my
You know
word.
what?
I laughed so hard.
Jump off. It didn't make me cry. It really made my nose run. And my mouth felt like the inside of the skin was just kind of burning off.
Goodness.
It didn't hurt down here.
Sarah, I do
When I
not
swallowed
blame you.
it, no heat. All the heat was just in my face.
Next year. Oh my word.
Okay.
Yeah, I
We
think
need to
I think
wrap this
jalapeno.
up.
I think jalapeno will probably be the hottest
Yeah.
that we'll plant. I mean, I do have some like it's called Santa Fe Grande, and I do have some poblano seeds.
We had jalapeno poppers tonight for supper.
Yes, they were good.
Very good.
Yep, Art of Creation said it gave me the hiccups when I had one. Yep. Oh, thank you, Kathy. Kathy shared the link.
She
I'm
shared
telling
it.
y'all,
Awesome.
I cried. I laughed so hard. It's just people are dumb.
Yeah, because they get the hiccups and everything.
Oh my goodness, so funny. Fish peppers are spicy, spicier than jalapenos, but not near as bad as habaneros. I've never heard of fish peppers.
I hadn't either. That was a new one.
Let's see, Susan Bass post. Is that the name of a pepper? I have never heard of that one. That looks like a character's name on Star Wars.
That sounds Korean or
I don't know.
something like that.
Let's see. I'm not great with spice. I like to dehydrate cayenne and use it with everything from tacos to chili. Now that would be something. And I've also seen where Living Traditions, they did, I think she did her own paprika powder. Like grew the paprika pepper and then made the powder. And people do their own chili powder. I would love to be able to not only fill up our pantry, but also our spice cabinet with things. I mean, I do have like, basil and...
Well, you have your spice garden going.
Well, hi, Tangi0906. How are you?
It's after 9.
Fish peppers have beautiful variegated leaves, and peppers are multicolored also. Ooh, I'll have to look that up.
Oh, I've heard
I
of the
like your
scorpion
name.
peppers. I just, no. Let's stop at the habanero.
How hot are poblano? I don't know. Does anybody know the Scoville of a poblano? I don't know if they're...
No.
See, I would think that they're about the same as jalapenos, maybe milder. I don't know.
Yeah.
One time I cut poblanos and forgot to wash my hands. Oh no, rubbed my nose and OMG, it was horrible. I would imagine.
Poblanos are very mild.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah. Thank you, Tangi. That's so neat talking to somebody that has the same name as me. That's so cool.
Well, we're past our time.
Are mildly hot. I don't remember who posted it, but smoke. Yes, that is what I would.
Smoked what?
Smoke jalapeno powder. We're gonna have to do that.
I'm all for it.
Yeah.
I mean, we got a bunch of peppers.
I know. I think
Put them in the smoker.
Sutton's Days has a video on how to do that. We'll have to.
I say we just put a whole bunch of whole peppers in there and smoke them, and then you can cut them up, use them any way you
grind
want.
them up.
Yes.
Ooh, mash it in some cream cheese.
That's what we
Make
had
it
tonight.
a bread, but not smoked. Smoked would be way better.
Yeah. Oh, she posted the
Okay.
link to the Carolina Reaper Challenge also. Yeah.
Oh my word. Let's see. I have a huge chili something plant and love them so much. Hot, hot. Oh my goodness. Pekin? Is that how you say that? Chili? I don't know. How are you, Miss Carla?
Yeah, we went to the Kentucky State Fair. Was it last year? Or the year before?
Last summer. Mhm.
And of course, our state fair has an enormous agriculture part of the fair. Everybody brings in the best of the best, and
like a Peking
one
duck.
of the buildings we walked into was just tables and tables of peppers. And remember us seeing? I mean, they had peppers that looked like would kill you just by touching them.
Yeah. Joe Brown.
But they had scorpion peppers and all that stuff.
Joe's being funny.
Hey, Joe.
He's asking, how do you smoke your peppers? In
Yeah.
a pipe or with rolling papers? Possibly a hookah?
No. In a master built.
There you go. Let's see. Carla said, miss seeing y'all live. We just got back from a week-long camping trip. Oh my goodness. Jack's got some time off coming up in October.
Maybe.
Hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully.
Well, he had asked off for HOA. Of course, HOA has been canceled. And so...
So I switched the weeks.
switched the weeks, and so I was like, I'm itching to go camping.
Yeah, we want to go camping, but we don't want to go in the heat with the summertime.
No, we want to go when it's cool enough
Plus,
to
all of
enjoy
our
a
garden
campfire.
harvesting's coming out now, so we love fall camping when it starts getting cool, when the
yes.
leaves start changing colors.
Exactly.
So yeah.
So I've been dehydrating and grinding up bell peppers so I can sneak them in food like Sloppy Joe's because my husband don't like any vegetable. Oh my goodness. I enjoy having dehydrated peppers. I love throwing them into like stews and sauces and chili. I still have some from last year. I haven't used them all up
We need
yet.
to wrap this up. We do.
Fine.
I don't want to wear out our moderators.
Yes, our moderators are
And
amazing.
I
by
want
the
to
way.
give y'all time to go watch other people.
Well, I don't know if anybody else is going live tonight, are they?
Well, there's links to pepper challenges. There's,
True.
if they go back and read the comments, we have named about 30 or 40 other channels that we love watching.
Yeah.
So if people are looking for other YouTubers, homesteaders, gardeners, how-to videos, living on the land, man, we talked about it tonight.
Yeah.
And if you joined us late, go back and watch the first part of our show and you can find out who and how she got attacked. Yeah. That was funny laugh. All right, guys, thanks for watching tonight. It's been fun.
Always.
Always.
Always a good time with you guys.
Always. Hope y'all have a good week. Hope everybody stays safe. If any of you are down south, I think there's a small hurricane hitting somewhere around the East Coast down there. So be careful if anybody's down in that area.
So until next time,
Yes.
friends, remember to be vigilant, be prayerful, and be prepared.
Yeah. Good night, y'all.
Good
See ya.
night. Thanks to all of our mods. You guys are amazing.